in the semis last night, but a chance to come away with a bronze against a very focused MICIC of Serbia.
And both these athletes started their careers in other countries. SANAYEV, Artasana was his name when he was in Russia, was on world teams for the Russian Federation. They're both very proud of their heritage though, and now SANAYEV, he's another one that can go from 0 to 60 lickety-split. His kind of flat-footed stance, and then all of a sudden he takes off on an outside step. It's fun to watch.
And changing loyalties to a different country maybe happens more frequently than fans realize. That it's rare, but you see a few cases of that. You know, with living circumstances change throughout the lives of these athletes, and you see more of that.
Absolutely. We see a lot of kids transfer from school to school right away.
It's like that transfer portal. Here's a shot. Early shot by Kazakhstan. MICIC on the counter. Points awarded both ways as they continue with the scramble. 2-2.
Under 30 seconds in, and we already have unbelievable action.
SANAYEV has that leg. MICIC trying to sneak his left arm in for a whizzer, but that leg continues to get elevated, trying to control that right hip as well. Hopping is MICIC into that barrel, and 2 is awarded.
Are they going to go 1 or 2 there because MICIC had just scored 2? Is that a reversal? That's a 2-point takedown because they did get back up to their feet.
Spinning around toward the edge, and a whistle stops the action on a fast start by Kazakhstan's SANAYEV.
Salam is, he's another great transitional wrestler. He's always looking for multiple action and multiple scores. From 2, 4, right into his next hold. His quickness is uncanny as well. So both of these athletes can get to where they need to be in a really very quick time. There's some whistles out there. People don't like what they're seeing. You hear the chants, Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan. 3 syllables cheers are pretty awesome.
Comes some debris out onto the mat. Looked like a tennis ball or something along those lines. Ball went rolling right across the mat. Fortunately, it was nowhere close to where the wrestlers had taken the action. Certainly a dangerous scene here in Kazakhstan, and the fact that if somebody steps on that as they're combating on the mat, that could be a rolled ankle, injure a leg somehow, so we don't want to see any of that. Not sure where it came from, but
I believe it came from the stands right behind the head table. We see, I was just looking out from our purview up here, and the security's down there just calming everything down. Now they're going to a officials challenge. They're going to go make sure they know what's going on. There was no official challenge by any of the teams, but our officials are looking at something to find out.
What would they be looking at in this situation? Is it more a clock issue?
Could be a clock issue. They might not have started the clock, and that might be why the crowd was whistling and angry.
So the judge is pointing towards something. The ball comes flying in. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, when that ball came in, the clock that we could see was at 4:56, and now it's at 4:34. There might be a clock issue. They might be just making sure they got the right time.
So it was a clock issue from what we're being told. That the clock was not running as it should have been. It was still in the stop mode, so they're trying to adjust to see what time should correctly be put back up onto the board. So I'm wondering if that ball was thrown by somebody to try to get the attention.
I think so. Somebody in the stands was probably like, yo, start the clock. And they blow their whistle. throw the ball in saying,
There's probably better ways to get the attention. You'd hope the three on the crew could get it done. We don't encourage that if you're a spectator. But it certainly has caught the attention of everybody here.
Some passion here. It's the World Championships.
So let's take a look back at what just transpired. You see the clock in the backdrop at 5, and then it stops at 4:59. It looks like a mechanical error almost.
Yeah.
It's just a slow, and that's where it stopped at 57.
Now it's at 4:34, so they're obviously trying to get it done. 3:14, so it didn't go for a while.
So 3:14 is where we start up again. Sanayev 4, MICIC 2. Seems like it's been forever since we were wrestling. A long break, but back to action. See if these two can crank it up where they left off. And the first period ends a 4-2 lead for Kazakhstan.
One of Stevan Micic's best attributes is his speed. And Sana's speed and Sanayev's speed has really slowed him down. Hasn't allowed, because he's left to right, front to back, hasn't allowed him to get to the groove.
Michigan with a couple of wrestlers competing. Amin and there's two brothers. Yep.
The Amin brothers wrestling for San Marino. You have Abinator wrestling for Lebanon.
MICIC here.
You have Slovenia, David Habit, wrestling for the
former Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, now wrestling for the Cliff Keen club out of. And their coach is they also have a coach, Sergei Beloglazov, who was a multiple-time world and Olympic champion for Russia or USSR in the Soviet times. So he's now with the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club in Ann Arbor.
Second period, MICIC in the red for Serbia.
What great hands by Sanayev, really pushing and pulling. It's that forward motion, and then as soon as he feels MICIC push in, drops the bottom out and just snaps his hands down to the mat. Nice position by MICIC to get to that corner.
A couple of shots by MICIC. He's in on that crotch. Sanayev underneath.
And MICIC has a Turk in. He should get two right here because he's covered the hips, has control, and now he's going to go right to the crossface and try to rip Sanayev. Oh, but Sanayev has the leg pulled underneath, so didn't cover the hips in time. So different than what we might see in folk style wrestling in the United States. You have to completely cover the hips with both legs in order to get control.
MICIC close, not quite there. Pretty good shot though by Stefan MICIC. See if he can build off that, trailing by 2, 90 seconds remaining. This will be an attention, a finger warning. MICIC's interlocking the fingers. Instruction from the Kazakhstan corner.
MICIC's going to have to put 2 or 3 or 4 techniques together just to get to Sanayev's legs. Sanayev right now, his defense is phenomenal, and his counterattacks are even better. So if MICIC takes a half shot, Sanayev is going to really capitalize on that attack. Just over a minute here.
Straight on shot by Sanayev. Sprawling back is MICIC. Both wrestlers getting back up to their feet. MICIC trying to slip into that front headlock. 52 seconds to go. And a whistle.
And one of the things you see from the world level athletes is they stay on their knee for such a short time.
That's a good point.
As soon as they hit their knee, they're getting right back up to their feet, because if you get caught on your knees with your head down, there's not a whole lot of places you can go. And the lower back strength just to get up here, watch Sanayev, he'll come right back up to his feet to face and control that elbow, and now transition right to an attack.
MICIC still working off that head. Trying to look for a trip, can't find it. Sanayev keeping those legs at a safe distance. 15 seconds. MICIC needs 2. Stefan MICIC of Serbia will get one more crack at it to launch everything he has and bring the kitchen sink at him. 9 seconds, changing levels. Kazakhstan fans coming to their feet, trying to wrap up another medal, and there is a caution in one.
It's all that negative wrestling.
MICIC gets the point. Clock runs. Kazakhstan wins a bronze.
Silver last year did Sanayev, and now getting back on the medal stand again for Kazakhstan.